The problem of child abuse and neglect is huge, right? It's enormous. It can be easy to feel really powerless about that. What is so special about CASAs is they make such a big difference. You read about the child fatalities, child abuse, horrible things that happen, and people think, man, there's nothing I can do about that. But there actually is. CASA is a great way to get involved, even without, becoming an attorney, without going to law school, because what you do for that kid is a huge difference. It's a great solution that one person can do to work on an enormous problem.
CASA volunteers, they are an extra set of eyes, but their eyes are different from just about everybody else that's a part of the team.
I think those of us in the courtroom get in a box. When a CASA comes in, they just have their one case. They have their one unique child. And so they're kind of not stuck in that same rut box that a lot of us get stuck in.
They're able to spend a little more time with the family and getting to know their situation. That extra level of input about what the family dynamic is and the needs of the child and what the child has been through is very valuable.
A CASA worker coming in kind of comes in fresh with just a general, man on the street kind of perspective. Now they get trained and they get trained well, but they are able to show from whatever background they have. I have CASA volunteers that are doctors. I have CASA volunteers that are housewives.
Really, the power is actually in the fact that they're volunteers, and I think that frees them up to say what they really think.
We can become a little more jaded, whereas a CASA volunteer, they may not have had as much exposure to the court system, and they may be able to give us a fresher perspective.
We had a child who was about 11 or 12, having some significant behaviors. Our initial thought was more therapy, more evaluations, and the CASA realized, well, all of these behaviors are happening at school. And the CASA recommended getting the child's eyes checked. We got the child glasses, and we didn't need much more therapy. We just needed this kid to be able to see at school.
CASA comes from the perspective of the children. They are there 100% for the child.
They haven't lost their common sense. That's the deal, right? And it's hard as a player in the system. It's even hard as a judge sometimes not to lose your common sense.
CASA volunteers are great people. They're interested, they're compassionate, they have the best interest of the children at heart, and that shows through the work that they do.
If it were up to me, I would have a CASA volunteer for every kid in care.
We could definitely use substantially more CASA volunteers.
I would love to have a CASA volunteer on just about every case.
You don't need knowledge in the legal system. There's a whole lot of people with a whole lot of knowledge of the legal system in that courtroom to help guide you. Just having a love for kids and a love for families. That's all you